You're tuned into the Doug Rice Show. Hello, folks. How we doing? Just getting everything on. Yeah, there's a trap door up there. Nobody's going to swoop down and get me. So I decided to try a YouTube Live from my phone. Now, I got one of these Fold 3s. Yeah. They're not all that. They're not even half that. The next phone's just going to be a regular candy bar phone. This folding and unfolding, folding. It's not all it's cracked up to be. How's everybody doing? Doing well? Good. William, how are you? Everybody's gonna slowly come in. I know that you've missed me in the mornings from here and there, but I am here now. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing well? Good to hear. Good to hear. D Boss, how are you? Tina Ray, William, all the regulars. Tina Ray, the moderator. Well, they got me. TikTok strangled me again. Damn TikTok. But you know what? I don't need TikTok. I don't. I believe TikTok has served its purpose. Yes, I've already made another account. Yes, I'm already popping the videos up in people's FYP, up, down, left, right. Yes. Only because, they can't stop me. I'm not going to let this happen. Will not happen. Hello, damn TikTok. And so I've gotten from one of our illustrious folks. Hopefully you can see this in reverse. Isn't that nice? If you can't see it in reverse, you should be able to see it in reverse. I don't know whether you can see it in reverse, but it says, Grand Rising. I like that shit, huh? Oh, thank you so much. And so, folks, we continue. We try it like this. We do it like this. It is 1:41 in the afternoon. It's Thursday. It is the 3rd of February. Yes, day number 3 in the fucking month they give black people. Aren't they wonderful? And what will you do to celebrate this illustrious month of Black history? How will you reflect? Please tell me how you will cheer on the struggle in past tense, because that's what it is. Every time we have a Black History Month, a Kwanzaa, Juneteenth, anything of that stupid ilk, anything that reminds us and them that we struggled. Oh, we struggled. You know what I mean? Shit ain't funny. It's not entertaining. I don't need to remember. And fuck you. Oh, I have taken off monetizing of all my videos. And guess what? The hits just increased. Now people don't have to sit through blasted commercials. You'll be happy to know that. And I just want everybody to be, understood. I am doing nothing of the sort when it comes to slowing down. I'm not quitting. I'm not, I'm not adjusting. The format is still Black news. I still reject race. We are not Black people. We are Hebrew people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tribe of Judah, all of that, and a hefty bag of Lay's potato chips. It doesn't sound good right now. Not as good as this Folgers. All right, so. And what, pray tell, is my point? People tell me, Doug, what's your point? My point is caucasity. Please, don't be alarmed. It has nothing to do with the falsehood of skin color. Skin color is absolutely nothing. Melanin, little something, skin color, it doesn't really matter. But I do need to just address the head on that I don't partake in the racial construct that has been thrust forth into Hebrew minds. I do not do it. Now, don't get me twisted. I'm not taking away from critical race theory as they've coined it. Oh, we will not forget. Oh, we're not going to forget. But we are going to at least consider the possibilities that all of this was put together for a purpose. And that purpose, ladies and gentlemen, was to enslave us. So why do I do this? Caucasity. Again, not possessive of any color. It is an attitude. It is a demeanor. It is an assumptiveness. It is prejudiced. It is all those things. I suffer from caucasity. Every one of us as Hebrews suffers from caucasity, its application and its administration. Its, emanation. We all do. I tell you what, when it hits me, I tell you, I can be honest. It's just us, right? I'll tell you what. So I make a phone call. I need help, customer service, and it's somebody that does not speak the way I do. Immediately, the caucasity just rears its ugly, racist, prejudiced head, and I have to catch myself and remember who I am reflecting, and remember that that's not me. I don't care how you talk. You can't understand me. Let me struggle through it like a gentleman. Oh, how I wish that was the way it went. It is not. But we all have our flaws. So, how's everybody doing? Good? All right. So, I'm Doug Rice. This is the Doug Rice Show live on YouTube from the phone. Thank you so much. You Hebrews, brothers, sisters, please bring it in. Please gather unto yourselves. You understand? Gather unto yourselves. Now, what does that mean? That doesn't necessarily mean you must congregate amongst one another. I understand. We're hard-headed, stiff-necked, hard to get along with each other, and that's by design. You understand that? They deftly put together our psychology over a number of decades. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, all of us are affected by the impact of the planned and much meticulously thought out way of how we associate with each other. And so when we come upon one another and suspect and treat each other wrong and do the things and reflect, it takes nearly an act of God to draw back from that activity, to fall back and assess how you act, how you conduct yourself, what you expect from one another, all of those things. And so I just think it's important. Caucasity, the one and only thing that seems to be constant in this society. I just had to mute that. Oh, and TikTok, let me tell you. So I had a TikTok live this morning. It was fairly good. I liked it. Most folks enjoyed it, and I appreciate those of you who are here that were here. Mixed by Science, Kimberly Lewis, how you doing? Oh, wow, you guys pop up on me. I understand the moderator had a considerable amount of trouble with the folks who were partaking in the conversation, who had no business in the conversation, and well, whatever. And collectively, they may have gotten together and did some sort of cancellation attack on me toward TikTok, which I can't really fault them for. I can imagine that what I said hit home. Folks, the only reason they're banning me, I'm not cursing people out per se. I'm not attacking people individually. I am truthful, direct, succinct, and expressive, impactful, passionate, and descriptive. And it hurts motherfuckers' feelings. They don't like that shit. The one thing, two things I think that we can say consistently is that being ignored is something, our oppressors cannot withstand. Being ignored. If you pay a motherfucker no mind, a motherfucker may pay you mine. And more mine than you might mind. So, if I could just reflect in how avoidance brings out what I'm asking you to avoid. It's almost a dichotomy. It's almost an oxymoron. It is absolutely ridiculous. You better consider how they treat us. First, they hate us. Then they want to be us. Then they kill us. Then they're sorrowful that they killed us. I just don't understand the logic in the whole relationship that we've developed. Perhaps the relationship is damaged. Perhaps the very thing that they are so quick to try to cancel, this critical race theory, and just to dissect that which they are so aggravated by, they don't like the criticism of their perceived race as a theory. And that theory encompasses slavery and all the history therein. And hearing that, especially their children, nowadays somehow puts them in some kind of way. I don't understand how that. I've sat in school for 11 years, went in the Marine Corps, right? And when they talked about slavery, when we talked about Robert E. Lee, we talked about, Atlanta, burning Atlanta, and we talked about slaves and chains and coming down, I looked to the right, I looked to the left, and I wasn't looking to see if anybody was offended because I didn't give a fuck, right? But as I looked around the class, did my little thing, I didn't see nobody in their fucking feelings about that. Nobody got all, we left class, what's up, how you doing, chilling, I don't know, what you gonna do? I have no idea, I don't want to come back here tomorrow. Nobody was like, oh, slavery. They're all looking at me. Are you so in your goddamn feelings? You really feel that? That's them Karens, right? Come out the classroom feeling some kind of way. Oliver Clint done watched Gone with the Wind, relates to Scarlett O'Hara. It's a mess up there. It's a mess up there. You try to tell these motherfuckers to get out their own heads. Get out your own way. What's happening between your ears is reality. You hear something, and it seems like it might apply to you. Well, that's your guilty conscience. That's not anything we can control. However, I don't think the rest of us need to suffer because you can't fucking take it. That is some shit. Look, they don't want their kids in school hearing about race, hearing about their part in the history of the created racial construct they made to keep tabs on us so long ago that they forgot about it. Somebody needs to tell them, listen, the race thing is your idea. Now you want to forget about it. It seems to me the shit has you by the throats. You know what I said this morning that may have fucked them up, Tina? I don't know who caught the live, but I said on TikTok this morning, let me tell you what's going on. They've hollowed out this place they've coined America. Let me explain. Okay. Now, as sure as I'm sitting here, decent people existed who claimed to be this obscure, made-up drivel, this construct they call race, this white being. And over the years, it's gotten so top-heavy with greed and lasciviousness and all sorts of malice and hatred and self-absorbed. They just, the whole worship of whiteness that has kind of taken hold of the entire world. When you got people over in this land they've coined Africa buying lightning skin creams that are supposed to take you from black to light and do the job, that's some scary shit. That's some tragic magic. I don't even want to know what's in that shit. You sell that shit, that you notice you don't find that shit over here. Whatever they're selling over there, they turn this to this, and you literally go, oh no, and got it all over billboards. And somebody has cast the caste system as a net over this planet for the purpose of what? See, shit don't happen for no reason. Everybody's talking about race. I'm an anti-racist. I'm in line with the Creator. Because Creator didn't know about race. I don't know. Creator, the only thing God said about skin color was negative when it changed to white. And real white, not the bullshit y'all calling white. Not that, no, that's pink. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay, leprosy is something different. But this race thing has them fucked up, and it created a chasm within the society, a hole right in the center of it. It's heart. All these motherfucking rich people who pay good money to stay rich and make sure their children are rich and avoid war. They pay good money and fund the wars that decent human beings are sent to die in. And the consistency has been that since the Revolutionary War, up until the Afghanistan conflict, which just finished, they have wasted their blood and treasure. And now there is no one to defend the home front. Think about it. What's left? What do we have that makes up the core of this society now, the loudest portion, the ilk of Donald J. Trump. That's what's left. Him and people just like him. People who did not serve. Hey there, Jason. People who had no sense of honor, who had no sense of selflessness. Donald Trump has none of those qualities that were within the very individuals who volunteered in most instances to go fight in the wars for the wealthy men whose sons avoided them. And now those very sons have taken a hold of that caste system they call white supremacy and right-wing white nationalism. And they want it all. Oh, yes, folks. And they all want it all everywhere, for some reason, collectively and at the same time, which is a bit odd, I would say. We defeated white supremacy in the 40s. They called themselves the Nazis back then, but they seem to be making a comeback. I saw a few of them in Orlando. Who knew that the Nazis would just pop up in Orlando? Hey, guys, what's up? How's it going? Team Himmler? No? Oh, wow. All the prophecy they are fulfilling unknowingly, unwittingly. I mean, you got to admit they're walking in lockstep with prophecy. And you know who's getting nervous? The dragon and the bear. The dragon and the bear getting nervous, and you know what? We're watching the waters that surround us. Yes, we are. They are on the East Coast. They're watching for Chinese or Russian infiltration. That'd be Chinese. And then the West Coast, they're watching for Russian. I mean, that's news. That's what they're doing. I mean, there are men and women who've served in the military who can observe what these planes and these apparatus do. And on more than one occasion, simply a week ago, not less than a week ago, 2 reports of them trolling the waters of the Atlantic and the Pacific, and they are searching for submarines. They await the dragon to turn on the harlot. Isn't that something? You know, she wears the jewels of God. Those are going to get ripped off and sent back to their original place. If you know what I'm talking about. You know? So it's all kind of come together. The white supremacy has now hollowed them out and left weak-minded individuals focused on that which only served to keep and give them power and keep an eye on us. This is the thing I explained. Long ago, this whole racial construct, specifically white supremacy, after experimentation was done, after denial of melanin was achieved over a long period of time, and they emerged from caves. Moors found them without last names, living with their animals. Oh, don't fucking get in your feelings now. It's too late. The Moors educated and made these individuals civilized, built universities, and gave knowledge that made these individuals determined to never, ever be on the bottom again. Little did they know that their rise was part of a larger plot, a larger and meticulously, I would say, followed plot that you can find in scripture that says, come, let us do this thing. Let's cause them to forget themselves. But you know, not everything's written down. Some things you got to watch take development, and then you see why it was done, because before white supremacy, there was none. Before white supremacy, everything was cool. War here, war there, tribe here. What? You know, then suddenly, white supremacy. Ooh. Shortly thereafter, the quest to find a new world, to do what in? Well, let's enslave some people. Let's do that. Who do you have in mind? Well, everyone else has a home, Except some folks have been wandering in the desert for a while. Do you know their history? Well, no, I don't. Long ago, they whipped our ass. And I've been feeling some kind of way about that for centuries. I say we get them, take them to the new world. They're dark skinned, so it's going to be pretty easy to identify them in the new world with the caste system newly created called, well, white supremacy. It's all about white males, right? Isn't that convenient? But the Irish keep telling me that they were slaves. That didn't work out too well. I mean, all the Irish dude has to do is just walk off. What you gonna do? You lost that motherfucker. He done. You paid how much for him? He gone. He finished. He said, fuck you. What? Can't find him now. You got a hat and a coat. What? It's true. You know we telling the truth. Here's the thing. Our eyes have been opened to truth, folks. Y'all tripping. What? I didn't know this shit a few years ago. And then I sat here and read a book from Hebrew to Negro, then started studying Dante Fortson, one person, then went from that to Brother Yacobo, the T.I. Ministries, the End of the World Ministries. And that's as far as I'm like, I can figure the rest out. I'm good, thanks. Those guys at least point you in the right direction. They don't browbeat you. You know, there's no piety in those two. That's the only reason. There's no higher than the thou shit. They'll get in the dirt with you. What? Motherfuckers, what's happening? I like both of them. I recommend them. Those are the only two I'll ever recommend. Dante Fortson, books, Amazon. He's just ridiculous. What's he writing? What's wrong with him? Stop writing, dude. It's ridiculous. And then T.I. Ministries, the End of the World Ministries, Brother Koba. I can't imagine the amount of videos, dude, just doing videos. Those folks are godly men. Treasures. Me, I'm a man of God. A little bit different. I'll cuss you the fuck out. I will block you, do what all I got to do. Don't give a fuck. And guess what? I've stopped begging. I work for a living. Fuck this. No, I'm going to do this because it's got to be done. That's right, motherfuckers. I mean, listen, Tina's still going to put the sponsorship, the ability to support the place, but I'm going to stop peddling it, and that's going to be the last day you'll hear of it. The only way it happens is if she puts it up. If she puts it up, she thinks it should get up, and that's what her job is. But for me, I won't be like them. I'm not a fucking minister. You understand? That's the point. I want it really understood. I ain't trying to preach at you. I'm not going to crack open a Bible. You ain't going to fucking pray. Sorry. I use profanity. God knows. He certainly does. So what the fuck? I'm going to stop doing it suddenly. Be phony? I'm not phony. Fuck that. So that said, what we do here is we look up search term black news. I tell you what's happening. You tell me whether or not you agree. So far, we've covered the hollowing of America, the gutting out of the heart and soul of the country, the blood and the sweat, the tears, the treasure that they've sacrificed, and now they're stuck with Donald Trump. And if I go back to that, you're about to see them go to war with one another. And now, who of the weaker one of them wins? No, you understand what the hell I'm telling you. You see, the brave, you know, the home of the free and the land of the brave. The brave are done. The brave are done. They're over. There is no more fucking brave. I need you to understand that. They're gone. The last of them, I think, was done, a few years ago. Now, baby boy, baby girl, you're stuck with Donald Trump. And guess what? Motherfuckers like him are in the military. They're in the police force. Oh, my God, they're in government. They're everywhere. Josh Hawley's abound. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the little girl, oh, they're everywhere. Karen's dropping in fucking, lingerie stores and screaming to not be filmed. I think, again, somebody needs to come to that woman's defense. She was talking about being filmed, not being threatened. That's important that everybody knows that, because I know she looked freaked out, but she was freaked out because it was getting on tape. I drift. All right. So, just watch yourselves. They about to fight. Stay the fuck out of it. Ain't your goddamn business. It's not your business. Not anymore. Who are you going to fight with? How about that? Why don't we ask that? Remember when we did the Revolutionary War? We did the War of 1812, the Purchase, War, this man. We were everywhere. We were right there beside. What up, boss? Would you need some water? I'm sure you do. You know? Yeah, oh, you're fighting over us now. Yeah, I guess I'm in. Fuck it. No, we didn't fight everything. In World War One, what? Sure, why not? I'm just sitting here washing dishes. World War Two, what? Fuck it, I'm just shining shoes. I might as well go in the service and shine some shoes. Let's do it. What? Korea? Fuck it. Huh? Vietnam? Well, as long as civil rights is happening at home, I can avoid all that shit and just go over to Vietnam and kill brown people that don't have shit to do with the black experience in America. But fuck it, I just want to get away. Who? What's next? Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran again, I stand again. And what the fuck? And now you want to do Civil War 2.0? No, we not gonna do that. No, we're gonna look. Let me tell you who you got fighting. We've watched the numbers. You've thinned the herd. There's not gonna be no brave dude that we're gonna be able to follow in and be inspired as he's mowed down most indiscriminately, and we watch and are inspired to follow him. None of that's happening. All them fellers are gone. Them fellers are done. Them fellers are done. There's no more of them guys. Yeah. Chesty Puller, done. You know, Audie Murphy, done. You don't even know the fuck I'm talking about, do you? You know, Medal of Honor winners. You know, they're gone. Now you're stuck with Donald Trump and his son and his other son and his daughter and his other daughter and his wife. Oh, and his other son. Is that 7 of them? Because that sounds like 7 trumpets to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just break your concentration? Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. I think that's the opening. Whoa, 27-minute opening. That'll do it. So again, folks, what we do real simple is we look up search terms called black news. We do it every day. We do it all day. We don't do it twice on Sunday. As a rule. But we hope that if you are prone to tune in, we hope that you will enjoy what it is we have to offer. And let the information begin. Let black news hit us asunder. Let it hit us between the eyes. Here we go. Right on Microsoft Bing. Bing is the one that delivers. Grab your coffee. You can grab this coffee. Oh, wow. Or you can grab this coffee. See, that was the sweet coffee with the creamer. It's black. Black news. All right. Here we go. How a court ruling in Alabama could boost political power throughout the South. Political power for who? Listen to me, I want you to consider this carefully. At what point has anything been done for us that does not benefit others? Yeah, here's what I'm trying to say, folks. You have to inspect what you expect because they're all suspect. So, court ruling, we'll see. There's been a lot of court rulings, haven't there? We have a lot of court rulings, and I'm still looking at them fighting for votes, so I'm not really impressed about your fucking court ruling. You keep ruling, and nothing gets measured. I'm just saying, no accuracy, no number, nothing. Just keep ruling. There's a never-ending rule that you keep making the fuck up, and we keep following like fools. Now, by your measure, your rule should be something at least of some substance, but we find it falling fucking short. So if you don't mind, I'll not give a fuck about your rules or your rulings. Oh Jesus, really? This is almost better than the old shit. You don't even have to fucking see it. I'm gonna eventually put it over there and reverse it. I don't know, but come on. When will Black history become part of American history? You wrote this? This is coming from Yahoo. It's February, the month that we celebrate. We sick. We don't celebrate shit. I don't celebrate a damn thing. Do you understand me? Look, when will Black history become a part of it? Never. Never. Stop asking and stop asking. Stop asking, stop expecting, stop imploring. Stop. Doesn't that answer kind of answer itself through history? Aren't we aware of what's going on? Aren't we able? You know what? Acceptance is a two-way street, baby. You know? What is it? It's gonna be okay. We gonna be okay. I mean, in a major way. At what point do we stop, sit, and wait and go, okay, hold this shit up, man. No more hamster wheel. That's another thing I talk about, the hamster wheel. I don't know what is it that got me banned this morning. I don't know, man. I didn't go in on anybody particular. I don't know. I can build again. Everybody add me on TikTok and said, the Doug Rice Show now. I make it simple. I'll keep doing it over and over again. When will Black history become part of American history? Never. And stop fucking asking about it. Oh, Jesus. You just keep going down here. Oh, slain Black Missouri man's family calls for coroner's ouster. For what? What are you calling for his ouster for? Bury you. You're young. Bury your family. And bring it in. Let's do everything that we can to avoid being put in situations where slainness is not even a fucking topic of discussion. We're so thick and tightly held together as Hebrews, they wouldn't dream. You know, what happened to that? Do I have to bring back the photos of us in the 50s? I mean, we were some congealed Hebrews. We knew who's who and what's what, and we assumed everybody we didn't know was who. What? Well, you think shit's changed? Ain't nothing changed. Shit's gotten more modern. The sentiment remains. Folks, what is it going to take? Here's you know what we're leading up to, ladies, gentlemen, brothers, sisters. We're leading up to a tragedy. Look, and the thing is, it may be the thing that sobers us, that brings us to the bear, that understands, brings understanding amongst us as Hebrews that we're not a color. We're not associated with any colors or anyone or any other people. As Hebrews, as individuals brought here against our will, for God's sake. And Curtis, what a wonderful question. Crystal knocked. I'm ready. I'm waiting. They're removing the books. What are they doing with them, Curtis Bailey, Mr. Provider of Mugs? Curtis Bailey, provider of mugs. Oh, that was a good segue. Provider Bailey, provider of the mugs. And the Curtis Bailey, what is the name of the company again? Isn't it a company? You're the company, right? Anyway, Curtis Bailey. Curtis Bailey, these will be coming to folks who wish to purchase these. For goodness sake, do so. I'm sure that Curtis will work out something where a portion will go to some charity of his liking. Like, he got 2 daughters, and they all want a bunch of shit. I'm just saying. Oh, I don't know if you have daughters. I was just joking. I was trying to work the tweak his daughters. Yes. Scrubbing the internet. And why? Curtis, why are they feeling some kind of way now? If that is not the perfect indicator that we are against a timetable of some sort that these people have absolutely recognized, it is almost like a light switch has gone off in the minds of caucasity and those caucasified. And for goodness sake, folks, they're shooting us on sight, trying to run us over. They got their kids losing their minds. And you expect Doug Rice to say, just sit and grin. No, avoid and get that goddamn grin off your face. Let me tell you something. What could be accomplished if each of us in kind, every time we saw one another, and that was the greeting. That was the greeting. That was the greeting. Hey, brother, come here for a minute. And you just bring them real close after you haven't seen them cheese and grin through a crowd of motherfuckers. And you better be heated. There better be some goddamn eggs on bald black heads somewhere. If you see skinning and grinning, I don't want to see it. If you are out there, you have places to go. Do you understand me? You understand? Think of it. If you're out there, right, you have places to go. You're not out there for your health. You're not out there to grin and cheese. Now are you? You know? So when you move about, when you walk about, don't be inviting. Just walk about, and when you see one of us, hey, bro, come here a minute. Oh, what's up? What's up? Yeah, come here. Do me a favor, man. Get that goddamn grin off your fucking face. You just walk away from Jesus. Jesus, would that be impactful? Would that, he would stand there for like 30 seconds and go, what the fuck am I smiling about? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Do I need to keep reading? Get that goddamn grin off your face. And the dude would just sit there and look at you. And you just slowly back away. With a look of lethality on your fucking face as you back away from this brother, conveying the seriousness with which he finds himself every day unknowingly. At any fucking moment, it could go south. So I'll thank you, brother. I know you're happy. Of course you are. All right, folks. I didn't mean to scare you. So, again, this is another thing that I said. Republicans weigh how forcefully to fight a black female court nominee. You've already fired the first shot. I said, if I remember, Cruz said it's mildly racist. And shall we go verbatim on them? D, let's do it, baby. And I said D. I said to him, I said, how is dude, Cruz, Ted Cruz, getting mildly racist, gonna be all up in folks' faces about a black woman getting nominated when he didn't say a word? When Trump said something disparaging about his wife, I expected Ted Cruz to show up at the White House with the press behind him going, yo, Trump, bullhorn, yo, Trump, come on out here, motherfucker. Yeah, you got something to say? Coming out here in front of God and everybody, and Trump, like a dummy, would come out thinking there's a fucking op. And see, that's when Ted would just lay right into him. Whap! Put him right down on his prissy little ass. And then look at him, point him right down like Ali was light on listing. Don't you ever say nothing about my wife again. You see, then Ted, you see, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Senator Ted Cruz, had you done that, Mr. Cruz, or at least something that even resembled that, the attempt might have been nice, but had you said something about this man who said something to your wife, well, you wouldn't have those moments where when you catch her looking at you, you know, looking like she want to do something to you. You know, you wake up at night and she's staring at your ass. Women, think about that shit, man. You better look like a zip-ass fool for your wife, boy. You ain't did shit and ain't said shit, and you sucking up to the same dude that said something about your woman. And you want to be president? Nah, we don't. As you can see, we don't put no punks up there now. Oh, no, we'll put some crazy folks up. We don't put no punks up there. No, we was racist? Yeah. Idiots? Yeah, but I don't think we didn't put a punk up there yet. You know, so I don't know. But Anyway, it's you that did it, not me. Oh, mildly racist. Ted, say something when he say something about your wife, boy. Stop that. Stop that. Pick and choose your shit. All right. Anything else? Let me see here. Louisiana State Police trooper fired. What did he say? For speaking out about a black man's death in custody and cover-up. I remember this. Louisiana State Police officer on Monday fired a trooper who helped expose how the department allegedly covered up the death of an unarmed black motorist, Ronald Green, in 2019. I mean, you still grinning, motherfuckers? You liking this shit, huh? I wish I would catch one of you grinning out in public. Because as some have found recently, which I find interesting, I'm not like this on this channel. I'm like this in real life. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't give a fuck. I expect motherfuckers to do what they say they're gonna do when the fuck they say they're gonna do it, or I will call you out really bad. I'll make you leave me alone. I don't care. Honor your word. Everything the antithesis of what we have been taught is what I practice and preach. I have learned the lesson. I mean, so just recently I've had a couple of them, brothers from Detroit. I don't know. Hey, I don't give a fuck where you from. Do what you say what you do. Get the fuck out my face. I'm all right. Not sorry, motherfuckers. I ain't got time. Look what they doing. Look what they doing. Now, let me ask you a question. How you gonna kill an unarmed black man? Just think, I don't even understand that shit. Covered up. What about our presence drives you weak-minded motherfuckers to murder? Especially when one of you slave-catching motherfuckers gets a badge on you with that sentiment, and suddenly we are really in some dire straits. Your mortality rate increases as your presence fucking closes in. It's ridiculous. What moves you, motherfuckers? I will tell you. But some of y'all might be watching. I don't want you to get in your feelings further. Grand Rising! Thank you, Jesse. How are you? Thanks you all who come. Tina, make sure to holler at everybody. I'm trying to keep the flow going. 2019 black motorist Ronald Green murdered, unarmed, in the custody of police for what? I keep asking, what if we stop talking about this shit? What if we're unavailable for comment? What if the round tables stop happening? CNN, MSNBC, Fox. What if all of this shit just ends and they don't get a fucking comment? They can't stick a mic in our face. They can't find us for comment. We're turning our backs on all the press. We're turning our backs on involving ourselves in the celebration of the newly suffering. I mean, because that's what it is. I mean, they glom on a news story when one of us gets murdered like it's fresh meat. And it's just the thing of the moment. It's the 15 seconds of news cycle that talks and dissects and discusses black race. You'll get one or two motherfuckers like Kamau Bell throw a fucking special up and we'll discuss it. It'll murmur for a bit and then settle down to the fucked up surface where it lays dormant till the next tragedy happens. Fuck that! I don't need to talk about it. Talk about what? And to me, just the best portion of this entire possibility is just to hear one of them say, they're not smiling anymore. Well, things have gotten serious. They're not smiling collectively. I've heard some come up to others, pull them aside, and demand that they get that goddamned grin off their faces. And do you know what happens next? The grin disappears. Seriousness has taken hold. And it seems with that a realization of who they are, of what they are, of how they got here, of the circumstances of their being, the origins. They're examining them closely. Perhaps we need to cancel the history. Critical race theory, we'll call it. We'll start with the schools. They can't talk about this. They can't know. What can't they know? Who are they? Well, you'll find out. I'm Doug Wright. They're still doing this. This is what I do. I wake you the fuck up. I get your attention because the distractions are everywhere. That's right. Yes. Thank you, Detrina. Kings and queens. It's a very interesting thing, calling each of us kings and queens. That is what we are. Royal tribe, royal line of Judah. We are the kings and queens of Judah. Now, in that royal line, one of us is an actual king or queen from that royal line. Until the Creator arrives and tells us who the fuck is who, you can all consider each other kings and queens. Ain't that a... You like that, huh? Yeah, think about how we treat each other if we just have to go by the assumptive that each of us is the possible king and queen of Israel, and to have to act accordingly just in case. You don't want to offend anybody. I mean, somebody lied to Solomon once. He was killed immediately, right? Is it David? No, somebody lied to David once. Guy came up, Solomon's dead. Guy comes up, Solomon, hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, Solomon's dead. Really? I killed him. Strike him down. Whoa, he didn't even get a chance to say he was playing. Now, that is how serious you better act around a king and a queen. You don't fuck around. Now, would you? I want to ask you a question. Brothers and sisters, Hebrews, set apart by the Most High. Think of the logic I'm talking about, and thank you, Detrina, for that. You know, you think about when each of us calls one another king and queen. Very appropriate. Very appropriate. Absolutely, because if we began to regard each other in that manner, you have to ask yourself, if you knew who the actual royal family was of Hebrews, how the fuck would you act? Well, the same way you would act, some of you ignorant as heck. And you'd know how to act around the Queen of England. I don't like her, but I ain't going to disrespect her. You know that. I'm not going to skewer me. I'm good. You know, I don't like Donald Trump. What you think I'm going to do? You think I'm stupid? Of course I'm going to treat the man respectfully if I'm in front of him. Are you dumb? Nobody's stupid. Nobody wants to be mad at, right? So if we're in front of one another and we don't know who the royal line of Judah falls to, what family, but we know that they got us here because they had to have the royal line follow that trajectory of Deuteronomy 28. Had to happen. I'll talk through it. So they have the royal line of Judah, which also plays into the possibility that Hebrews are everywhere. That's fine. They could have been here when they got here. Who cares? But prophecy had to be fulfilled. And they had the royal line of Judah. So each of us that associates ourselves with the transatlantic slave trade is impossible, baby. Every damn one of you. Your majesties, kings and queens. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel good? And why does it make them feel so bad when we try to feel good about ourselves? Why do they get in their feelings when we even attempt to rise above a station, some imagined line in their twisted, goddamned minds? Man, fuck y'all. We're Hebrews. Treat one another accordingly. You know, kings, queens, majesties, good morning. How are you? Everybody well? One of you is it. And what you gonna do? You gonna disrespect? I wish you would, whoever it is. Whoa, I want to see that one. I bet that's gonna be funny. I wouldn't do it. Anyway, that's cool. All right. How's everybody doing? We good? I just want to, you got to listen to me. This is the information they're canceling me on. This is the information they're banning me from black, because I'm not preaching any kind of hate. Fuck, hate is ridiculously waste of time. I don't give a fuck about these mothers that hate them. But I will tell you how they treating us and how we need to respond. Ain't no rise up. Ain't no stand up. I'm not leaving. I can sitting right here at the table and I'm going to fall back like this. I'm going to watch for the crumbs that get left on the table. Thank you. No take backsies. What? I'm not getting involved in your war. You gonna doing something? Go, we done. No, there's not. No, you have to understand. There's none of you worthy enough to fight next to anymore. Ooh, wow. Ooh, that was rough, huh? So that's what's up. It's time we bring it in. It's time we solidate. That's what we need to do. We need to solidate, mentally. And as much as possible, every other way. Only because, well, it's what scripture demands. It's not what I'm telling you to do. Study up. All right, so interesting, man. I'm saddened by that. There's just no account for why shit goes wrong, but there we go. Let me see what else. The Connecticut Police Union seeks to restore officers. Just when I think I might run out of something to say, right? Here we go. Connecticut Police Union seeks to restore officers suspended over handling of black woman's death. So you mishandled the death of a black woman, and then you looked at Doug Rice's TikTok last night, and they said, Doug said, fuck that, and now they're going to be put back on the job. I give. And ignore them. What about your business, man? See, the trick is to just say, you know what, now these two, and specifically these motherfuckers, we just going to fucking go on. We know now. Don't call for help. Don't expect help. Don't expect justice. Don't expect fair treatment. Don't call for help. Work it out on your own. Trust in the Creator. That's it. Stay safe. Be safe. Head on a swivel. Safe conduct. Safe practices. Shit like going on camping trips with motherfuckers. Whose bright idea was that? No one has been charged. Man was shot 5 times. Nobody's been charged. If a white guy goes in the woods with 3 brothers and gets shot 5 times, what happens to the 3 brothers? It's not a fucking riddle. They don't come out the woods either. All right. I don't want to hear that shit. Ultra Beauty CEO says not enough. It's not enough to put black-owned brands on shelves, is it? It's not enough to do that? What is enough? What the fuck? What do we want? What is it, man? Let me tell you why I keep saying we need to stop asking, because it won't be enough. It can't be enough. There's nothing that they can do to make up. So stop asking, stop expecting. Stop asking for reparations. Stop. Just begin the process of defragmentation. Format your fucking asses. Understand? You know what? Why don't you question why you need so bad from? We ever just stop for a moment and go, we've been needing and wanting for a minute. In a full damn circle. What burns my hide, what chaps my hide, is that Reverend Al Sharpton is still here fighting for voting rights. Only his address has changed. No, I don't need to be conned any longer. I'm good. They showed their asses, and then from those asses took the very shit they needed to spread on their walls. So I don't need to discuss with these motherfuckers anymore. I don't have to have the patriotic fervor. Here's what they're left with. They're left with motherfuckers that put shit on their walls. That's who's going to fight it out amongst the country. Are you telling me that we're going to have a bunch of motherfuckers facing each other, slinging shit at each other? Because that's not pleasant. That's not a good look. The optics are real bad for that. You think they're treating you with disrespect now. First, the Chinese already think they're just well above anything American. They're just done. They take Yugos in stride. You pay their bills. They consumas. That's all you do. Consume. Right? And the Russians, who you were a cut above, geographically, have now inched toward your level. And with this latest melee, with this whole power struggle that they experienced in the 1916, 17, 14, the Russian War, they're pretty much predicting the fascist, course the country's taken, and they're pleased. There's nothing that Putin would love better if the country just went fascist. Shit. I mean, we all know they'd work some capitalism in there because they still want to make some fucking money. All that other shit, they ain't talking about the people's shit. They're talking about some real wealth that they want to keep for themselves and get rid of all people that don't look like them because, well, history is unfolding. Prophecy seems to be coming to bear, and they don't know what to do to stop it. Oh, it's true. It's true. All this shit ain't happening for nothing. I just kid. I don't want to put it all out there and just lay it out on the line for you guys so somebody sees it and gets in their feelings and then they try to cancel me like they did today. You skirt the issue about what's happening and the demise of individuals who've thought for so long that based on something as rudimentary as skin color, that would protect them from a reckoning. Anyway, anger questions ex-cop who killed black teen is free. Laquan McDonald 16 times, 2014, free. Shall we? Let's frame it. You want to frame it? Let's frame it. Kid gets shot 16 times by a police officer who's convicted of the shooting. That is in 2014. 2014. It is now 2021. That is 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. And is that long enough? I've seen brothers accidentally kill somebody, manslaughter. They're serving 15 to life, and they're doing the 15, getting their date, maybe first time around because they've not gotten a single write-up. Dates about 5 years out, boom, they're done. But this guy pumps 16 bullets into a Hebrew. I can only imagine the euphoria he must have felt, the power that must have coursed through him as he ended the life of one of our princes. For the mere fact that he got excited and frightened and fulfilled a fantasy, Schadenfreude. And the piece de resistance, the icing on the cake, is that he gets to spend a leisurely few months in jail, less than 100 months, and is now free to walk about, perhaps do it again. And you wonder why I tell you to get that goddamn grin off your faces. I'm Doug Rice. I've had enough. I'm done. And so is my phone. It looks like it's about to run out of battery. 59 minutes, 14 seconds, and an hour of good shit. Hope everybody's enjoyed it. Thank you so much for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing your support. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing. Thanks for thinking. Thanks for considering getting that goddamned grin off your faces, because it does not belong there, just as we don't belong here. Love Hebrews, love each and every one of you. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay safe. Be safe. Look out for one another. Slide up to somebody and suggest they stop grinning. Go about your day with purpose, conscious of the fact that the kingdom will shortly arrive. All right, that's it. A good close. I like the close. 1 hour, exactly. I milked it. Yeah, I milked it. That's professionalism. All right. You guys go do something. I got to go warm up the coffee, all right? I may be back. I may not. Who knows? Ah!